We have a look now at Shonda Rhimes' new mission, a powerful project that's memorializing the life of Emmett Till. I had a chance to talk with her about it and visit the hallowed ground where Till was killed, which changed the course of history. Shonda Rhimes, the visionary behind blockbusters like Bridgerton.
I would be delighted, my lord.
And the highly acclaimed series Scandal.
Okay, Olivia, lights and buzzers.
Of my choosing.
Is taking on a new passion project.
It's so wonderful to discover a voice like that.
The TV titan aiding in the long-time push to preserve the powerful history of Emmett Till.
The murder of Emmett Till was the real fire that lit the civil rights movement in so many ways.
Rhimes now joining forces with the Emmett Till Interpretive Center, memorializing sites significant to the 14-year-old's life and his 1955 brutal killing. Tell us about this venture.
I read this incredible article by Wright Thompson in The Atlantic about the barn where Emmett Till was tortured and murdered. It really inspired me to get involved and to help buy the barn so that the foundation could really do something with it.
It's this The Atlantic article, The Barn, which first caught Shonda's eye, revealing more about the place where Till's life was cut short.
I don't think I'd ever known where it happened, where a child had been tortured and killed. I couldn't let it go. I kept thinking about it for weeks afterwards. It changed the course of how I was thinking about my charitable giving. It changed the course of how I was thinking about even preserving history. It was powerful.
Deep in the Mississippi Delta, 120 miles north of Jackson, the barn where Till was tortured sits 100 yards off a gravel rural road. This is one of journalist Wright Thompson's countless times visiting.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. A sports writer from Mississippi dedicated to amplifying hidden history in his own home state. 68 years later, the barn forgotten by many.
I've got two little girls who are going to grow up as Mississippians, and they need to know.
You grew up here. How familiar were you with Emmett Till's story in the barn?
I didn't know a single thing about Emmett Till until I got to college and started taking classes. The school system down here is almost designed specifically so that knowledge doesn't get passed.
The remaining few who knew Till as Bobo making lifelong promises to protect his legacy, like Reverend Wheeler Parker.
Seeing how he has spent his entire life trying to make sure people don't forget his friend. He was Emmett's best friend, cousin. They rode the train south from Chicago. He was in the house with him the night he was kidnapped.
While visiting relatives in Mississippi, the 14-year-old accused of whistling at a woman in a local grocery store. Later, her husband and brother-in-law kidnapping and killing the teen. His body found in the Tallahatchie River. Describe the relevance of where this is to other significant parts of Emmett Till's story.
He was in the back of a truck, and you see how rural this is now, not knowing where you were going.
Wow. Well, that says so much that you got a
9.9 horsepower.
It says so much. These items left inside belong to the owner of the recently built home that sits feet away, the land holding heavy history.
Rewriting the history on the dirt itself. That means more here than maybe other places.
With the help of Shonda's immense generosity, the barn will not be forgotten, memorialized for future generations to remember and honor Till's story. What is your hope in being able to memorialize these different aspects of the tragedy?
The Mellon Foundation, led by Elizabeth Alexander, is doing an amazing job with the preservation of the sites and helping to purchase the sites and sort of bringing it all together. My hope is that this story never gets lost. History is always told by the victors, and I think that it's important that the Till family is the victor in this story.
And Shonda and the Emmett Till Interpretive Center are also including other places as part of the preservation effort, including the courthouse for the trial, which has gained nationwide attention, and the now abandoned store where the chilling day began, and the river where Emmett Till's body was found. Also plans for a healing center near those sites, and they will include educational programs for young people. But to see the barn and
How did you feel while you were in there?
oh, you're just you just feel like you're on hallowed ground. And not many people knew about the barn. They knew about the courthouse. They knew that he was found in the Tallahatchie River, but not about the barn. And for Wright's story to the Atlantic, for Shonda Rhimes to read it, and as a journalist, you want something that you write, a story that you do, to cause a reaction that leads to action. And that's what his article has done with a lot of people, not just with Shonda Rhimes.
Yeah, that information leading to the preservation of that site and others.
Right,
Amazing.
exactly.
Really powerful stuff there.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.